To date, astronomers have discovered over 5,600 planets outside of our solar system. And if our 8-planet solar system containing 288 moons is about average, one could expect there to be over 200,000 moons among those planets. But what does this have to do with Doggo memes? This is meme history. On April 5th, 2013, a post on Tumblr gave us our first instance of the phrase moon. It was part of a werewolf name generator, and by the rules of the generator, the poster's werewolf name is Moon. That's very silly, so much so that it reached 158,000 notes in 2 weeks, and over the next decade, nearly 900,000. Moon was quickly recognized as being nearly as cute or derpy as earlier Cheems or Doge memes, so silly that it inspired other internet people to post their own wolf images accompanied by derpy Comic Sans captions in the vein of those earlier Doggo memes. And to prove the point, 10 days later, the first meme visually tying it to the idea of a lovable idiot wolf was created. It was a reply to the original Tumblr post in which a pack of wolves ask each other why the dummy Moon was invited along on their hunt. And in line with the Doge that came before it, its text was written out in Comic Sans. Moon images differ from their canine relatives Doge and Cheems in that Moon memes tend to tell a character-driven story, i.e., look at dummy Moon ruining our hunt with his surplus enthusiasm, whereas Doge memes are more often than not immediate and purely about the cuteness. Moon may have gradually faded into obscurity, but for an unrelated, at first, Gizmodo article. 5 years after Moon was first created, they published a story about astronomy generally and exomoons, that is, very large moons outside our solar system, specifically. The astronomy community had decided that, in theory, if a planet's moon is big enough, it could have a sub-moon of its own. And you know where we're going with this. They're called moons. This breathed new life into the idea of Moon as a meme, and Moon is showing no signs of going away. It has its own subreddit where there's seemingly always a new meme ready for consumption, and cute cat and dog memes have always been and probably always will be a staple of internet comedy. There's really not a ton to overthink here, and luckily for Moon himself, there really doesn't have to be. He's just cute.